At least 3 decades ago, businesses weren't seen as serious if they didn't have at least one functional office space. Fast forward to 2023, and it looks like things have changed drastically. Many cities in the United States now have empty office buildings, and more business owners are looking for alternatives. Regardless of the reason, here are top 10 cities in the United States with the emptiest office buildings. Number 10. Atlanta, Georgia. Industry experts are attributing the rising rate of empty office spaces in Atlanta, which currently stands at 21%, to fear among business owners that the economy may experience a downturn soon. Another factor is the shift in focus to remote jobs. Many office space industry experts believe that oversupply and changing work environments may have contributed to the negative outcome, especially now that businesses are changing their perspective on what an office space should look like. Number 9. Los Angeles, California. The city of Los Angeles is a stunning city and a beauty to behold, not just because it is the home of the world's biggest entertainment industry. The city of Los Angeles is a pump because apart from its tall building and A-list entertainment hub, it also has a wonderful landscape that features the Hollywood and San Gabriel Mountains, two wonderful natural edifices that give the city an elegant look. However, behind this pomp and pageantry is a city grappling with an economic downturn, which is already becoming obvious as businesses are moving out of their office space. In 2023, the rate of Los Angeles empty office space stands at 30%. With interest rates rising, it seems there is no respite for the situation as property owners have been in a frantic mood since the COVID-19 hit businesses, forcing workers to work from home. Experts are attributing the root cause of empty office space in the city, which is home to the country's biggest studio, to old structures and, most importantly, the downsizing mood running through most businesses in the city. Number 8. Denver, Colorado. While retail property owners may be experiencing a positive turnaround after the market rebounded this year, the same cannot be said for the office space sector. The city of Denver is still trying to shrug off the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the city's work life. The pandemic has dragged down Denver office space to 28.1%, leading to foreclosure in some areas. Two of the city's well-known plazas, namely Wells Fargo Center and Republic Plaza, are under service control. Service control comes into effect whenever the property owner is lagging behind on loan payments. And we all know that the top reason a property owner can't pay back loans is due to lack of income. Number 7. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix ended the year on the low, with 24% of office space empty. Industry experts attribute the declining demand for office spaces in the City of Seven Wonders to workers' push to work from home and the high premium placed on new buildings. The post-COVID-19 era is changing the direction of how office space should look, and since many old office buildings within the city don't have modern features, old office space owners are struggling to retain their tenants. At the same time, new office spaces with the needed pec and demand are too expensive for most businesses. With empty office space peaking at 24% in the first quarter of 2023, Phoenix is experiencing its highest number of empty office buildings since 2014. Number 6. Chicago, Illinois. In 2022, the city of Chicago experienced its highest demand for office spaces post-COVID-19, but since the beginning of 2023, the bubble seems to have burst. According to a report from CBRE, a real estate service provider stated that the percentage of workspace in Chicago's central business district rose from 21.4% at the end of 2022 to 22.4%. Net absorption, the metric used in measuring the change in the amount of leased and occupied space compared to the previous period, shows that Chicago's empty office building fell by 320,000 square feet during the first quarter of 2023. Fears about the economic downturn, remote work, and laying off staff by businesses operating within the city are the biggest factors contributing to Chicago's empty office space. Number 5. Washington, D.C. The U.S. Capitol has continued to experience empty office space despite the fact that the worst part of the pandemic is over. However, towers and office building owners lament their current situation caused by the COVID-19, which created room for many city businesses to work from home. Beyond the COVID-19 pandemic, another major factor contributing to empty office space in Washington, D.C. is the oversupply of office buildings. In an attempt to encourage new tenants, property owners are providing discounts to attract new tenants, but that is yet to translate into higher office space demand. Number 4. San Francisco, California. San Francisco is a major U.S. city, proving that empty office space influences residential property value. During the 2008 global financial collapse, some areas in the city's Bay Area lost around 60% in property value. At the moment, San Francisco is not only experiencing empty office spaces, but also a declining housing market. The city's chief economist, Ted Egan, claims the rising empty office space is already creating a fiscal mess for the bubbling town. Some of the reason for empty office spaces in San Francisco has been tied to workers' reluctance to return to work post-pandemic compared to other cities. At the same time, another report attributes the situation to the rising interest rate and its negative effect on the city's tech hub. Number 3. Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. In the first quarter of 2023, office leasing in Dallas-Fort Worth fell by 680,000 square feet, while available reports also show that the second quarter rate may eclipse the first quarter's report. A leasing report from Transwestern attributes the root cause of empty office space in Dallas-Fort Worth to the tightening financial situation in the country. The hiring rate had increased in the city in the last 2 years, but since the beginning of 2023, the hiring rate dropped significantly, no doubt reflecting the low demand for office space. The report also showed that more than 18% of the city space was empty in the first quarter of 2023. Number 2. Houston, Texas. Known to a lot of people as Bayou City or Hustle Town, Houston is one of the top cities in the United States with the most number of empty office buildings. There was a major building boom in this city between 2020 and 2021, according to a report by Yahoo's Romero. However, Houston is currently experiencing at least 19% of empty office buildings due to the rise in interest rates. After investing more than $1 billion into building office projects due to low interest rates, developers realized that this was a bad investment as the rising interest rates has made it difficult for businesses to maintain overhead costs, including office space. Number 1. New York City, New York. Within the first few months of 2023, the number of empty office buildings in Manhattan and New York climbed to shocking levels, which have already begun to impact the economy of the city. Property taxes represent a massive amount of income for New York, but it looks like that won't be possible for a while. It's so bad that property owners are considering converting office spaces to residential buildings, but we all know how financially and mentally tasking this can be, not to mention the time required to adjust zoning laws. Did you enjoy this video? Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing and entertaining information.